What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and today we're talking about some absolute powerhouses. Why? Because my homeboy GB hit me with a fire topic. He was like, yo, I think it'd be pretty dope to do 10 characters from Marvel Comics that could absolutely destroy the Lanterns. The Lanterns being characters from DC Comics that are empowered from the emotional spectrum. Some defend the universe, others do hood rat shit. Regardless, what are 10 characters from Marvel that could get the job done? I'm gonna let you know, and if you guys are a fan of content like this, smash the like button. Let's get it to 300 likes, and I'll do something similar to this again. But regardless, we're gonna get right into it. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, make sure to subscribe, and let's get to it. First character I'm going to talk about in terms of characters that could bolo the Lanterns, the Phoenix Force. Now, the Phoenix Force has had arguments for being above Lanterns for like decades. However, the craziest part is like current Phoenix Force has caught a massive upgrade to the point that the Phoenix Force was able to combat the likes of the Beyonder and God of Stories Loki, characters who are high outer themselves, and was able to burn them, literally kill them. This is absolute insanity. And the White Hot Room, which of course is connected to the Phoenix Force, scales above narratives, beyond creation, all these insane things. Overall, the scaling of the Phoenix Force is so absurd that if it chose to just pull up, I don't think the Lanterns would really have an answer for something of this level. Like, the Phoenix Force is just insane, and I see them slapping around the Lanterns like they're bitches. Next, we have Legion. Legion is a character not many talk about or give a lot of credit to, but he's an absolute monster in Marvel Comics. I'm actually finishing up my scaling thread on him, and if you want access to that, hit me up on Discord. But getting to this, we have seen, first of all, Legion, if you didn't know, is like the bastard son of Professor X. Professor X being a mutant so powerful, his telepathy can keep up with the Dark Phoenix across infinite planes of existence. Wild shit, right? Well, take Professor X, allow him to walk, give him like 1,000 personalities, each with powers that are rooted in things beyond metaphysics, with regular physics in Marvel Comics consisting of ideas and concepts that are infinite, right? Like time and space in Marvel is infinite and such. So you have crazy scaling like that off rip. The fact that he could fight Uranus, the relative of Thanos, who we'll talk about in a bit. It's just ridiculous how capable Legion is. Unleashing his true power, and even Celestials judging the Earth declared him an absolute godling and allowed him to pick his own fate. Next up, we have the big jobber himself, Galactus. Now, hear me out, fellas, because there is some points in times when Galactus has shown he can get got, but when Galactus decides to be a big dog, it's a rapski. For example, he casually pulled up on Dormammu, a being who in his own dimension, this dimension itself, scales beyond anything that could be described in the human language, which would include like logic, mathematics, all that. Even you could argue even like outerversal. Regardless, scales beyond that. Absolutely got like one tap absorbed. Galactus could destroy creation casually after that. He's fought Celestials before, who we've seen in recent comics like Judgment Day have insane high outer scaling. Next, we have the absolute icon, Dr. Doom. Now, real quick before I get into Doom, if you guys are a fan of Doom, I'm about to start a series covering every moment he's ever had throughout his time in comics. And if you want to see every moment in Doom comics history, including quotes, best statements, best feats, jobber moments, all these things, fun facts, all that, I have an entire server dedicated to it, and you can purchase complete and unadulterated access to it. Hit me up ASAP on Discord, and we will happily get the deal done and get you in there. But anyways, getting into Doom. Doom is simply brilliant. One of the smartest minds in the multiverse. He's been able to casually take the power of Silver Surfer multiple times, which is the power cosmic, which will allow you to stand up to abstracts. Doom's been able to take the power of Beyonder before and weaponize it. He has magic that even worries the likes of Doctor Strange, who can box with abstracts. Overall, Doom, especially heading towards the Lanterns and knowing what he's taken down, he'd absolutely have no problem dispatching them. Next up, we have Uranus. Now, Uranus is someone that's actually pretty new to Marvel Comics, and smash the fucking like button if you're woke and know who he is. The relative of Thanos. He's a big dog that pulled up on anyone. He was able to go toe-to-toe with Legion. With Legion having to literally basically admit he'd have to go absolutely all out to stop or beat Uranus. Uranus can fight on a conceptual level. He can fight in realms beyond ideas and dreams and imagination. It gets absolutely ridiculous what he has showcased so far. I mean, he's low-key and even more about it, Thanos, and it's absolutely chaotic. Yeah, I think if Uranus decided to invade, the Lanterns are absolutely fucked. Like, they won't have much for the boy. Next, we have Heroes Reborn Hyperion, basically taking place in a manipulated reality. This version of Hyperion is absolutely broken. We've seen him box up abstracts, take out reality warpers. Shit, he was even pulling up on beings that basically scaled to pre-retcon Beyonder or just Beyonder in general. And Hyperion was perfectly comfortable pulling up on them, boxing them up, and even if he has to, put beings on this level in a t-shirt. Given that Heroes Reborn Hyperion basically existed as like this almost archetypal Superman type in this reality and could just do what he needed to do to win at the end of the day for good, he'd easily take down the Lanterns. Next up, we have one of my favorite characters. I recently covered him on Coffee Shop Comics, so go check him out. Hyperlinked in my video description down below. I think God of Stories Loki has absolutely no problem running through these Lanterns. Now, God of Stories Loki is basically a Loki that realized his narrative was to always be the god of evil. He said, fuck that, I'm changing my story. He's able to go beyond the story, panel hop, story hop, retcon his own stories, survive retcons, one-shot characters that are dangerous to threats of this level. I mean, overall, he's an absolute beast, and I see him just literally writing stories to one-shot the Lanterns. It'd be chaotic for them. After Loki gets done writing the fate of the Lanterns, who do we have next? We have Knull, the All-Black. Now, Knull is a more recent villain in the Marvel mythos, and he is one that's an absolute powerhouse. In fact, it's demonstrated in one of the newer Thor runs that among the Eldritch beings before creation, before concepts, all that stuff, this would include the likes of Phoenix Force. Knull was right there, including Mother Tempest, Knull, Phoenix Force, and a couple others. Being of such a level that literally Knull scales to, if not above, the Phoenix Force, which I already demonstrated how crazy that scaling gets. The fact Knull's one-shot Celestials before and forced them to have to jump him. These same Celestials, some of them able to reverse the effects of power concepts such as the Phoenix Force. Yeah, I think Knull, especially at its peak, or if you want to call it true form, would slaughter Lanterns. Next, we have Starship Hulk. If you didn't know, Starship Hulk is one of the more recent iterations of Hulk, as this eventually ended up being a fan-written ending between him and Thor. But he is essentially a vessel Hulk with Bruce Banner inside his head using a mind plane / complex construct that allows him to essentially put Hulk's personality through endless scenarios to amp him to higher degrees. This includes having him battle the likes of living tribunal level entities, demons, you name it. Starship Hulk is an absolute beast, and I think if he was unleashed upon the Lanterns and wanted to slaughter them, nothing they could do. He's too big dog. Next, and finally for the top 10, we have Cosmic All-Father Thor. This is the more recent Thor who we've seen be an absolute menace. For example, he's casually kneecapped and like bitch slapped and amped modern day Galactus, who we've already kind of reviewed. He's able to take away conceptual power like the power cosmic and use it to his own. He was able to temporarily put down the Black Winter. This is absolutely insane because the Black Winter itself, like I mentioned before, is among the Eldritch powers such as the Phoenix Force and Knull. So being able to take that down even temporarily is absolutely insane for Cosmic Thor, as well as he was able to box for a bit Knull himself. Overall, Cosmic King Thor, with his scaling and abilities, he should be able to absolutely light up the Lanterns. But anyways, guys, that's it for my top 10. In terms of like other characters I considered and that could be honorable mentions, I had Apocalypse up here because he's absolute chaos. Has always had wild scaling and should be able to box up the Lanterns no problem, especially with prep and his tech. America Chavez with the Eternity Mask. She was able to box with the Phoenix Force in modern day times and Defenders Beyond. That easily gives her a fighting chance. Captain Universe Venom. This was the Venom that eventually was the one that had to take down Knull. So I definitely see this tier of power being able to take down Lanterns. I also thought about Beyonder. Beyonder being a being who literally remembers his retcon, basically surpassed a retcon / negged it, is clearly stronger now, and somewhat boxed with Phoenix Force for a bit. And lastly, Blue Marvel. He's been able, with his antimatter power, to put down Beyonders before. Given they scale above narratives, they have high tier scaling, and I kind of explained it earlier in the video. Blue Marvel, especially with all his tech and his Eternity Mask, he'd be able to take down the Lanterns or have a good shot at it. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy videos like these, I might start doing them way more often. So show love by subscribing, commenting down below, and running the likes up. If you have any Marvel characters you would add to this list of being able to slaughter any of the Lanterns, comment down below who you would pick. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.